Holy mother of... Okay. Give me a second here. I am literally sitting here staring at my TV screen with my mouth hanging open, and I think I might have forgotten to breathe for the last 5 minutes. Did that actually just happen? I mean, seriously, you guys? We have been complaining, okay? I have been complaining. Maybe you guys have been nicer than me about the pacing of this Willow-Drew storyline for what feels like 84 years. Right, we've been screaming at our screens, someone notice. He's paralyzed, not dead. Look at his eyes. And getting absolutely nothing but oblivious Port Charles residents patting Willow on the back for being such a devoted wife. It was exhausting. It was infuriating. I was honestly about ready to throw my remote through the drywall if I had to watch one more scene of Willow Tate playing the grieving noble martyr while literally drugging a man into a vegetable state in her living room. But then today happened. Wednesday, the 4th of March 2026. Mark it down. Put it in the history books. Because General Hospital just delivered one of the most insane, unhinged, and satisfying climaxes I have ever seen in my life. And they did it on live national television. Within the show, although I guess it was live for us too, you know what I mean? So let's back up. Let's try to process this mess. We start in Washington, D.C. Right, the lighting is all serious and political. There's flags everywhere. It's the swearing-in ceremony. Willow is there to take over her late husband's congressional seat. Wait, not late husband, Michael is still alive. I'm getting my timelines mixed up because my brain is fried. She's taking over the seat she won or was appointed to or whatever political gymnastics they did to get her there. The point is she's on stage. And she looks... okay, I hate to give her credit because she's evil now, but she looked incredible. The wardrobe department deserves a raise. She's wearing this stark white suit, very suffragette, very pure, very I have nothing to hide. It was such a calculated move. It screamed, "Look at me, I am the angel of Port Charles." And then she brings him out. She actually wheels Drew Kane onto the stage. I screamed. I literally yelled, "The audacity!" at my cat. Who does that? Who drugs a man with a neuroparalytic agent supplied by an international arms dealer and then uses him as a prop for a photo op? Willow Tate, that's who. She pushes the wheelchair up to the podium and she's got this sad, brave smile plastered on her face. She positions him right there next to her like a piece of furniture. A trophy of her sacrifice. She starts talking about resilience. She starts talking about how Drew is her inspiration. I almost threw up. It was so gross, but in that delicious soap way where you just want to see the villain get crushed. But here is where it gets good. Here is where the writers finally gave us the payoff. We cut to a close-up of Drew. Now for weeks, Cameron Matheson has been doing a great job of playing locked in. Just staring, blinking, looking helpless. But today, the camera lingers. And you see a twitch, just a tiny twitch in his hand. And then his eyes. They weren't just staring blankly anymore. There was fire there. There was rage, apparently, and we found this out in the most chaotic way possible. The batch of drugs from Jen Sidwell wasn't as potent as Willow thought. Or maybe Drew's metabolism burned through it faster because of the adrenaline. I don't know the science. I don't care about the science. All I know is that while Willow is droning on and on about duty and honor and preparing to take her oath, Drew is fighting the battle of his life in that chair. And then the moment we've all been waiting for. Willow reaches for the Bible, or whatever she's swearing on, and she leans down to pat Drew's hand, patronizing awful. Smug Willow, and he grabs her. I gasped. I think the whole world gasped. He doesn't just grab her, he lunges. It's clumsy, it's weak, because the guy has been drugged for weeks, but it's enough. He flings his arm out and smacks the microphone. The feedback screech was deafening, and then with this guttural, raw voice that sounded like it was being ripped out of his throat, he screams. He doesn't scream help. He doesn't scream Willow. He screams Jen Sidwell. He names the supplier. He names the partner. He puts it all out there on C-SPAN. And the look on Willow's face, priceless. Absolutely priceless. It wasn't just fear. It was confusion. It was the look of a control freak realizing the universe just snapped the leash. For a split second, she froze. But then, and this is why I love this show, even when it drives me crazy, she didn't run. She didn't faint. She didn't try to play it off like he was hallucinating. No, she panicked and went full villain. She literally reaches into her purse on stage, in front of God and everyone, and pulls out a syringe. A syringe. What was her plan here? Oh, excuse me, America, my husband is just having a spell. Let me just inject him with this unknown substance right here on the podium while the cameras are rolling. It was unhinged. It was desperate. It was the actions of a woman who has completely lost touch with reality because she's been getting away with it for too long. But she didn't get to use it. The Secret Service? Or maybe just regular security? I don't know, big guys in suits? They swarmed the stage. And I mean swarmed. 1 second, Willow is trying to stab Drew with a needle. The next, she is being tackled on live TV. And can we talk about Laura? Because Laura Collins was there. Of course she was. She's the mayor. She's the grandmother. She's the moral center of the universe. The camera cuts to Laura in the audience. And the journey on her face... Jeannie Francis, give her the Emmy now. Just give it to her. We saw the confusion, then the realization, and then the absolute horror. You could see the wheels turning. You could see her connecting the dots. The illness, the seclusion, Willow's weird behavior, the connection to Sidwell, it all clicked. And the look of betrayal, it broke my heart a little. Laura has defended Willow. Laura has supported her. And to realize that this monster was hiding in plain sight hurting Drew, it devastated her. When the security guys are hauling Willow away and she's kicking and screaming, by the way, totally losing her dignity, Laura just stood there with her hand over her mouth. She didn't move. She couldn't move. It was such a powerful contrast to the chaos on stage. And Drew. Poor Drew. He slumped over in the chair, totally spent gasping for air. But he's free? Finally. I have to say, looking back at the last few months, I was critical. I thought the evil Willow turn was too fast. I thought making her work with a guy like Jen Sidwell was a stretch. But seeing her today, seeing how power-hungry and desperate she had become, it kind of works. It's like the cancer survivor story gave her a god complex, and then the politics gave her the vehicle to exercise it. She convinced herself she was doing it for the greater good or for her family, but really she just liked the control. And when that control was threatened, she snapped. The visual of her being handcuffed in that pristine white suit, iconic? It's going to be the GIF of the year. So now the big questions. What happens next? Obviously Willow is going to jail. I mean, attempted murder, kidnapping, working with an arms dealer, assaulting a disabled person on live TV. There is no lawyer in Port Charles, not even Diane Miller, who can spin this. She is done. Cooked? Toast? But what about the fallout? Michael. Oh my God, Michael. He wasn't in the scene. At least I didn't see him, but imagine watching that from home. Imagine realizing your ex-wife, the mother of your children, the woman you've been fighting with but still kind of respecting is a monster, and that she's been torturing your uncle. The Quartermain Mansion is going to be a war zone of emotions tonight. And Jen's Sidwell. Drew named him on national television. That guy is not going to be happy. Is he going to come after Drew? Is he going to try to silence Willow before she talks? This opens up a whole new can of worms for the WSB, and Anna, and everyone else. And honestly, I'm just relieved. I'm relieved the Drew is Sick storyline is over. It was hard to watch. It was frustrating to see a strong character reduced to a prop. But the payoff was worth it. The public nature of the exposure was the only way to do it. If this had happened in a private room at General Hospital, Willow might have been able to spin it. She might have been able to gaslight everyone again. But there is no gaslighting. Millions of voters. There is no gaslighting the camera. We all saw the needle. We all heard the scream. It's over for Willow Tate. And can I just say, a round of applause for the writers for actually going there. Sometimes soaps pull punches. They let the villain get away at the last second, or they make it a dream sequence. But this felt real. It felt final. It felt like the writer said, okay, you want drama, here, take it. I'm exhausted. I feel like I just ran a marathon and I was just sitting on my couch eating popcorn. I do wonder about the specific mechanics of the drug failing though. Did Sidwell give her a bad batch on purpose? Is he setting her up, or was it just dumb luck? Part of me hopes Sidwell set her up. It would make him a more interesting villain, the guy who uses people and then discards them when they get too messy. And Willow was definitely getting messy. And let's not forget the Laura factor again. Laura is going to be on a warpath. You do not mess with her family. You do not hurt the people she loves. I expect we're going to see a very different Laura in the coming weeks. Less diplomatic, more I'm going to burn your world down if you hurt my people. And I am here for it. Anyway, I need to go lie down. My heart rate is still elevated. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments. Did you scream? Did you cry? Are you as happy as I am that Willow finally got caught? And seriously, how good did it feel to hear Drew finally use his voice again? Jen's Seedwell. Chills. Literal chills. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to go rewatch it. Maybe with a glass of wine this time. Stay tuned because the fallout from this is going to be massive. Port Charles is never going to be the same. And hey, maybe now we can finally get back to some of the other storylines. Wait, who am I kidding? I don't care about anything else right now. Just give me the Willow interrogation scenes. Give me the Michael reaction shots. Give me all of it. Until next time, guys, keep watching.